Question two: how does your media product represent particular social groups?
Our media product represents a typical life of normal, average boys. They're all good friends and they live just customary lives, you can see. None of them extremely odd or that much different. And it makes the situation that more relatable to the audience as they're just your typical boys. You can fit in and imagine yourself, if you're a teenage boy, being one of them. The character you can see here, Harley, we used this character to make the audience feel sympathy for George as he was sticking up for George at the funeral. Jerry feels guilt and make the audience have sympathy for George that he's died. This contrasted the actions of other characters to make the opinion stand out to the audience. As you can see here, Ashley, we use this character to get to the point, to get to the audience to the point that there's conflict within the group and that Harley and Ashley have a disagreement over George's death at the church. It shows that George was still causing problems even though he was gone. The fact Ashley says no wonder Count didn't want to come at the start of the church scene suggests to the audience that there was a lack of respect towards George. Callum here, as you can see with the mouse here, he also shows this particular view as what he says on the phone, and he didn't even turn up to the funeral. On the phone he says, "Why should I go? Why should I do this?" It suggests that he's got a lack of respect and shows no remorse for what happened to George.
Yeah, it's just being selfish. It's also shown in this shot, especially because he's sitting furthest away from George, so which also shows the disrespect and didn't really like him that much.
The character here, George, you can see has ginger hair, so he might not fit in with the rest of the group as well as the others because it can be used as bullying for other people to pick on. Also, the jacket he wears is a bit old, a bit tatty, which shows he's from maybe a lower working class background and may not fit in with the rest of his friends. As you can see, some wearing brands, wearing a watch. Show that way. As you can see, the age is also around 16, 17, teenage boys, which a lot of people can kind of relate to because this is in the genre horror, sort of fits in with our target audience as well.
Between like 14 and 30-year-olds, generally young people.
So it makes it just more relatable for the audience and feels like they can fit in when they're watching the sequence.